Welcome everybody to the training on Module A. It's an introduction to eco-design, and this will be the first part of the training. This video is part of a series of teaching presentations on eco-design. The first module is an introduction to eco-design, introducing first the life cycle thinking principle and then the concept underpinning environmental assessment of product during design. This video has been developed within the framework of the G.EN.ESI project, which aims to support the integration of eco-design within the design and development process by developing a methodology and a platform. The methodology will be presented in Module C and the platform and tools in Module D of this web series. This research project started in 2012 and involved 8 partners. 3 from academia, the University of Bath, the University Polytechnique del Marche, and Grenoble INP. 1 public institution, ENEA, the National Agency for New Technology, Energy and Sustainable Economic Development of Italy, and 4 industrial partners, Granta Design, Sibu Environment, Faber, and Bonglifione Vectron. It is co-financed by the European Commission. Now let's start with a simple question. So, what is eco-design about? Eco stands for ecology and economy, and it covers 2 areas of sustainability: environmental sustainability and economic sustainability. It can focus, for example, on a more efficient use of energy or natural resources, such as rare earths or forestry. The design in eco-design is based on defining that 80% of product environmental and economic performance is defined by decisions made during the design process of such a product. Eco-designing is similar to classical process, but adds to the development of the product environmental considerations. Design decisions are balanced by information on the environmental performance of the future product. In design, the environment would be an additional parameter to consider during the product development process, along with ergonomics, manufacturing, or cost of production, for example. Each constraint in the above diagram provides a vision of the product to be that will influence its physical attributes, but also its life cycle. Eco-design is part of integrated design, and as such, the environmental viewpoint needs to be considered in combination with other viewpoints, mechanical or manufacturing viewpoint, for example. One important attribute of eco-design is that it is considering the environmental burdens of a product over its life cycle, from cradle to grave, from raw material extraction to product disposal. Each phase of the product life cycle will need resources and will generate emission and waste. Eco-design is about evaluating all these inputs and outputs from and out to the environment along the product life cycle to decrease them while generating a product design. For a product like an electric motor, you will have to consider the potential alternative for product design and their consequences on the following phase: raw material extraction, production, transport, use, and disposal, while still defining the product shape. If we take the example of the mobile phone, and we study the environmental externality of product life, we see that the most of the impact is generating during the use phase. Even though a lot of rare earths needs to be extracted to produce a phone, the fact that the user leaves the phone on the charger even when it is fully charged, or that he leaves the charger plugged in when not actually charging, is responsible for most of the environmental impact. A solution to eco-design such a product is to encourage the user to unplug the charger as soon as it is charged. This is an eco-design improvement for a mobile phone. We can now look at 2 products that have the same function. carrying your grocery from the shop to your house and compare the environmental impact. We might be surprised. When comparing the impact of a paper bag made from renewable resources with a plastic one, the latter is the one with the least impact over its product life cycle. Since a plastic bag is more compact, its transportation is less impacting because fewer trucks are needed to ship them to the shop. In addition, the manufacturing of the paper bag is 4 times more energy intensive than the plastic one. Having a life cycle perspective on product environmental impact prevents us from making a decision that seems like a good idea at first, but when considering the bigger picture is actually damaging the environment. Having a life cycle perspective during design makes it more efficient by forecasting the potential trade-off in environmental improvement. For example, changing material might increase the impact of a product during material extraction, but might reduce the impact of use phase by improving energy efficiency. The next video will introduce you to the basis for assessing the environmental impact of a product life cycle.